is starting again.
You're listening to the Radcast. If it's radical, we cover it. Here's your host, Ryan Alford.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the latest edition of the Radcast. I'm Ryan Alford, your host. We're still here at the Think Billions event in this terrible weather. If you're watching the video, it's gorgeous, and we're meeting some of the best and brightest entrepreneurs on the planet, including my good friend Maurice Hamilton, founder and CEO of Infinavate. What's up, brother?
It's all good, man. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. Glad you're here. I know it's tough, here enjoying such a terrible environment, right?
Exactly. Sunshine, mountains, nice weather.
I know. It's been a great event, though.
It has been.
A lot of quality people. I mean, I've done several of these things. I wouldn't say I'm on the circuit, but I've done a lot. This has been like the quality of the people, including yourself, just classy and just really, I don't know, good spirit.
I agree.
Good energy.
Yep, top of the food chain here.
Exactly. Maurice, let's talk Infinavate and your background. Let's give everybody, a little taste for kind of your journey.
Sure, absolutely. I'm going to date myself here a little bit just to get you let you know. You don't see the gray hairs here, but
I got a few of mine.
Okay, but it's been a while. When I actually started off in software development, we used mainframes, and we had to use card punch readers, and we had to feed that information to a system and wait hours before you got the data output back. So I started off doing software development and actually helped build a couple of VAR resellers out there. Some of them are pretty large, they're multi-billion-dollar corporations, but I've been doing it for many decades now.
Love it, man. Mm-hmm. So then what was the inspiration with Infinavate then?
So I actually went out there and I looked at all I did for the companies that I worked for. I built multi-international professional services teams in Philippines and Toronto and Costa Rica. And I actually sat down one day and said, you know what? Well, I should back it up for a second. Yeah. One of my really big corporate jobs, we did a big acquisition, and they said, okay, we're going to give you 6 months. New management's coming into the organization. We're going to wish you well, but we just need to make some changes here, which I totally understood. New management comes in, they bring their own staff in. I said, I get that. You're going to bring your own soldiers. Sure. But I reached a pivotal, and I had to make a decision. I said, do I really want to go back and work for corporate America, or do I really want to take that entrepreneurial bud that's been inside me for years and years and years and actually do something with it? So I decided to do the latter and go back and explore entrepreneurship, and I actually bought a software development firm.
Nice. So how long have we been going at this?
It's been 3.5 years now.
Okay, great. Mm-hmm. If you're here, it must be going pretty well.
It is. It's going pretty good. I mean, we have a little ups and downs with
like
it, but exactly. And there are a lot of long hours. It's not easy. People say you can go out there and do an 8-hour day. No, that's corporate America. Here you're working 16, 18, sometimes 20 hours a day, 7 days a week. But the reward that you get working and building your organization is so self-fulfilling. So that's what I enjoy.
It sounds like you had a similar path that I did. Like I spent 17 years working for other people, mm-hmm. And learning in the ad agency business before, I feel like I always had the spirit for entrepreneurism, but, I kind of learned under the tutelage of others for a while before starting. Am I interpreting that path?
You're 100% on the right track.
Yeah. Do you feel like you learned, like you had it, obviously, we'll get into the pitfalls, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Right. We want to keep this real on the Radcast. Uh-huh. But it did have to help, right? Because it helped me. Like I watched and paid attention to what was going on, and certainly nothing is as real until you own it yourself. But it helped, right?
Oh, 100%. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Did you feel like, did it teach you anything about people? Because for me, it taught me, I mean, you always want to treat your people well, but like, I learned a lot about what I would do and what I wouldn't do. I might have learned about more of what I wanted to not do.
Right.
Sorry, my own company. Was that a similar experience for you?
100%. And I like how you mentioned that, because when you look at it, you say, I've learned what not to do. And when you learn what not to do, your chances, your risk is reduced that you don't make the mistakes. But you're right. I mean, working in corporate America, working with the people, it's all about relationships, And those relationships that I built up working in corporate America, I've actually taken that and actually put even stronger emphasis on building relationships even today.
Love it. Smart man. Talk to me. Let's get into nitty gritty. Exactly what Infinavate does and for who. Like, who is your typical client?
Great question. So what we do is we're a information technology business consulting firm.
Okay.
And what we do is we work with chief technology officers, chief security officers, chief information officers, and we actually do one or two things for them. One, we'll supply developers, for example, to augment or add to their staff. So they don't have to go back out there with the people that they're bringing on. They don't have to bring on additional W-2 employees, have their burden cost to go with it. And so we augment their staff. And the second thing we do is we actually provide managed services for clients. So if you can imagine, for example, like I'll use a basic example that everybody understands, like a big franchise like McDonald's. They may have X amount of, thousands of units across the United States. They will say, hey, look, we're going to work with Infinavate. We need you guys to go out to this particular center in this particular city at this particular time and actually fix our data center, fix something that's actually with our network. So we actually provide solutions for our clients and solve problems for them so that they don't have to build up the capital and have that extra expenditure to go out there and actually fix whatever problems they may have.
That makes a lot of sense and smart in today's environment. You mitigate risk. It sounds like of taking on that responsibility and that maybe long-term commitment to just maybe a short-term need.
Absolutely.
Am I interpreting correctly?
You're right. You're 100% spot on.
That's great. So we're 3.5 years in. What's been the biggest surprise or aha of being an entrepreneur or owning your own thing and kind of being, the big boss?
I would say the biggest surprise is actually when you have that capital and you get that budget in corporate America and say, here's what your salary expense budget is for the next fiscal year for, let's say for in this particular case, next year. I don't have that luxury right now because you have to bootstrap everything you have. You have to be very, very picky about who you select, make sure you're selecting the right person for that particular role. And I would say that one of the biggest ahas is actually making sure that we get the right people that can actually fit those positions, what we're looking for, in order to get to the next level what we want to achieve.
Yeah. Where do you want to be? Like, where are you going? Where's this, you seem ambitious. You have a quiet confidence about you. I talk to a lot of people. There's just kind of this, I don't sense a lot of blips here, emotionally up, emotionally down. I feel like you're kind of like navigating really calmly towards something, but we're going towards something.
Right, absolutely. And I'm actually one of those people, some people call them futurists, or some people say you're ahead of your time. I actually do believe that our society and the world would actually lean more towards blockchain technology in the near future. I could see artificial intelligence, machine learning, and even deep learning becoming some of the a thing that's going to happen very soon. So what I want to do is actually get to a certain level so we can actually work with our clients and we can develop specialized applications for them to actually help them with their decision making, help them hire the right people by using something like artificial intelligence, for example. And we can just help them get to the next level so they don't have to go out there and actually, what's what I'm looking for? They don't have to waste money and waste time to do what they have to do. So,
yeah, kind of like you become the R&D in a way for that sort of technology.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And we do that now because we actually have deep conversations with our clients and we find out what's important to them. What are their pain points? What are they looking to do? And our job is, like in our name, Infinite Innovation, which is coming together to inform Infinavate. So we actually come to our clients and say, what can we do that's going to be innovative for you, that's going to actually give you that competitive edge in the future?
What inspired, give me something that made you who you are. What inspired you? I don't know. I just like your spirit and I like your energy, but I feel like there's something, give me something that kind of molded you.
That's really another great question. So I go back and look at my life and I look at all the downs. I mean, we grew up, we didn't have any, very, very little money. And I think that when you actually grow up and you actually in a situation where you have little, you learn how to maximize what you have. And when I've actually looked at that and said, what can I do to actually push myself every single day? I wake up every day and say, what can I do different and better today than I did the previous day? And I think that is actually so instilled in the back of my brain where I push myself every single day to do something better and something different the next day so I can continuously, little baby steps at a time, to push myself towards doing something different, innovative, that people will remember me. So I'm setting a legacy as I have to continue to work every day.
That's cool, man. That's cool. Where
Thank
can
you.
everybody learn more about you, learn more about the business, and keep up with everything, or they want to reach out?
Oh, absolutely. So we can always go back into our website, www.infinavate.com. But I also have a personal page out there too. It's Mo Hamilton, and that they can go to on Instagram and on just a regular website address.
Yep.
And they can look up the information, so they can actually look at some of the accolades and some of the achievements that I've done over the years.
Do your friends call you Mo?
They do. They do.
All right, I'm going to call you Mo.
Okay. and it's kind of funny because my initials are Maurice O. Hamilton, Orlando. Those stands for like the city Orlando.
Yeah.
So it actually is befitting to say Mo.
Yeah, it's your initials, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Hey, y'all go check out Mo Hamilton and everything he's doing with Infinavate. Such a pleasure to have you on, man.
It's been a great pleasure having me here, and I really appreciate that. Well,
course.
you having me here, I should say.
Absolutely. Hey, guys, you know where to find us, theradcast.com. Search for Mo. You'll find all the highlight clips from today. I'm at Ryan Alford on all the social media platforms. Go follow me on TikTok. I'm blowing up over there. We'll see you next time on the Radcast.